Right now, I'm going to go over my favorite apps for Android Wear on my phone. So first, let's go into my Wear folder and show you a list of apps that I have. There's Android Wear at the top. That's the regular Android application to configure Android Wear for my Moto 360. Shows you the watch faces here and all the different actions that you can do. I'm kind of disappointed in the limited actions that they have right now, but hopefully that will change soon. You have your agenda view, which opens in regular Google. You have call a car. I'm waiting for them to have this be compatible with Uber since I really don't use Lyft too much. Navigate, should just leave it at Maps because that's such an awesome program as is. Play music. Now, being that I don't subscribe to any subscription music programs like Spotify, Play Music, Apple Music, whatsoever, I really don't have anything set for this because I usually use a podcast program called Podcast Addict. So I just go to my phone, start it from my phone, put the phone in my pocket, and I can control, the volume and, each podcast episode back and forth directly from the watch. Set a timer. That's regular Google Android Wear timer. Just say okay Google, set a timer, and that's fine. Same thing for alarm, show alarms. Heart rate I usually use with Google Fit because I really don't like the Moto body rate because it only syncs with Moto stuff, and while as Google Fit can interface with the phone, the watch, and I think online, I'm not sure. Same thing with showing my steps. I usually go with Google Fit. Start a workout. There's also a program called Vimo Fit, which I will get into later. Stopwatch is the built-in, Android Wear smart stopwatch, which is fine. Take a note. Now, I usually use with Google Keep, but as you see, there's also Trello and Commander. Trello is another kind of note-taking program that I use pretty much for project organization. You can, set Android Wear to interface with that. Commander is actually another program that interfaces with the OK Google Hot Word feature. So you can also do actions on your phone, such as OK Google, turn off Wi-Fi, turn on Wi-Fi, airplane mode, read me my text messages, and so on and so forth. It's a really cool program. I'll get into that as well. Bike ride. I don't have any bike riding programs. Start a run. I don't have any running programs. Alright, so then that's there. What else? And also you can go into the settings here. You can view your watch battery, which as it's not charging because it's on my wrist right now actually. So it shows you my battery life and what's been taking up most of my battery. Gives you my approximate how much approximate time I have left. Same thing for storage. It tells you how much storage I have on the watch and how much I've used. Really haven't put too much on here. And the thing is, you can actually put music through Google Play Music directly onto the watch, and then connect Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth speakers to the watch to play music directly from your watch. So that's pretty cool. I haven't utilized that yet. I really don't go running with the watch and using that. And also, I feel like it would kill the battery on the watch a lot quicker. Resync apps in case you're having issues like getting apps onto your phone. Onto your watch. Tilt to wake screen, pretty much like when you tilt your wrist, it's gonna keep that there. Calendar settings, you can figure out which calendar settings to put on there. Block act notifications, I have these here because I don't need my watch to vibrate every time I get a Facebook notification. iHeartRadio has this really annoying notification that I just got rid of. Kiwi is this other program that basically allows you to do custom gestures on your watch. And yeah, I just kind of took that off because it wasn't really needed. Messaging I actually took off because I actually use another Android Wear application called Coffee, which gives you custom, replies, voice replies, and pretty much predetermined replies and messages that you can send out directly from your watch without having to use your voice, which can be useful sometimes because you don't want to look crazy talking to your watch in public sometimes. What else? You can mute your alert on phone calls. because sometimes you don't need your phone to vibrate and your watch, so I keep that on because sometimes I need it. Cloud Sync allows you to use Wi-Fi to sync your watch instead of just Bluetooth for those compatible watches. The Moto 360 had this enabled with the Android Wear 5 update, so I have that on. What else? Did that already. And then here, we can take screenshots, wearable screenshots, bug reports, and I think depending on your configuration of your phone, I have developer mode enabled on this phone, so I think a lot of these options only come up with developer mode. Yeah, so that's the Android Wear application for Android. And then there's Wear Mini Launcher, which is an awesome application. And this is the phone configuration app. Basically, it allows you to configure, what applications you can put in your launcher for Wear Mini Launcher. So I've hidden some apps because a lot of these apps that have watch apps I really don't use or need, so I kind of take them out of the list, or I don't really need to access them from the watch. I'll take them out. Like for example, coffee. I have a way to bring that up. Amazon shopping. I really don't want to shop on Amazon with my watch. I really don't need to. Other stuff, I just kind of keep and I'll go through that. Customization. You can change the colors of the background and foreground of Wear Mini Launcher when you invoke it on your watch. Tools allow you to enable notification when your phone goes out of range, so on and so forth. Others, that's just whatever other stuff, blah blah blah. Audio Recorder is an awesome application which allows you to, it's a great recording. Oops, it's gonna record now. Actually, I don't need it to do that. I'm actually gonna have to delete that recording and cancel. So it allows you to record. It's a great recording app for the phone already, but it also has a Wear component that allows you to record straight from the watch, and then it transfers from your watch over to your phone, and I can do that in either in real time or after the recording is finished, which is pretty cool because you can discreetly record from your watch, the microphone, that little dot right on the left side of the watch there. So that's pretty cool. And this is one of my favorite applications, actually. People refer to it as being a spy watch that you can record with it. And of course, this application I upgraded to the Pro version, which allows you to tweak certain settings of the sound. You can do compressed, uncompressed audio, so on and so forth. And then these two icons allow you to back up those recordings to either Dropbox or Google Drive, which is pretty cool. Coffee. Now, Coffee, again, is the application I told you that allows you to do custom messages and custom stuff on your watch directly from it. And here you can actually configure all of these quick replies. When someone replies, you can configure them and put whatever things. You can just tap it instead of having to say it out loud. Quick messages, where are you? And you just do that and go straight from your watch by a series of taps instead of doing voice. Message hierarchy, and then it gives you categories for each type of message that you may want to send out or reply with. And these may not make sense here, but they'll make sense on a watch when I put it up. Contacts, you can set certain contacts here, your favorite contacts to send messages to directly from the watch. You can do custom vibration patterns for incoming text messages. You can show your thread history in the notification, which is pretty cool. You can go through. Oh, sorry, we'll go back to Coffee. And the launcher is basically how you invoke the Coffee application instead of having to go through Wear Mini Launcher or through the start menu list in Android Wear. You can just basically configure how you want to launch it. I have it for touch top right, so you just kind of tap that top right of your watch, and then it comes up with a screen with your contacts and everything where you can invoke new text messages. We can also do a flick wrist, which I feel sometimes you just kind of flick your wrist. You really don't need to do that. For me, bring it up accidentally. Double tap the watch sometimes, in the event where you may, tapping your watch screen rather with enthusiasm. Basically, you don't want to accidentally invoke that and kind of slow up the watch by trying to do too many things, launch so many stuff at once. And top left actually may interfere with the launching of the Wear Mini launcher, which how you invoke it. You basically hold the top left and you drag over to the right to kind of drag it out like a drawer in a sense. So I use it at top right for coffee, so I can have Android Wear Mini launcher. You go from the top left. Find My Watch is simple application, allows you to tap this, and because most Android Wear watches, as far as I know, don't have speakers, what this will do, it'll actually set your watch to vibrate very loudly and continuously, and like flash the screen very brightly, so that you can find it if it's in a corner somewhere. Pretty much like it's the same thing if you lost your phone and you're calling your phone and it's on vibrate, you gotta listen to hear it vibrate. So I'm gonna tap this now. It says message sent, and I don't know if you can hear it. It's vibrating and it's flashing, everything like that, so you can see it. And actually, what I'm gonna just swipe that across and stop it. Oh, actually, you can't stop it from the watch. You can stop it from the phone. So I click stop there, and that's it. Pretty simple application. So I really wouldn't need to launch it from the watch, obviously. Kiwi again. Now Kiwi is the application where you can do custom motions, control certain things. In my opinion, it's not really too, like, it's a little too sensitive or insensitive, like it's not really too accurate. But it is pretty cool. I usually use the thumb click because I feel like that's more of a discreet way to do a motion that's not supported directly by Android Wear right now. So what it'll do, you do it like this, and then it'll tell you how many times it detected it. And as you see, it's not really detecting as well as I wanted to. I don't know why. Try to turn it back on. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working right now, but I'll get into that, another video and everything like that. The other options that they have, and give you like little kind of examples of how to invoke that action. Again, that rotate wrist can interfere with something that's built into Android already, so I don't use that. Karate chop, you look kind of weird doing that in public or whatever. So again, I usually just use the thumb click. Uppercut, force right, force left. That's just weird. What's next? So VMOFit. Now VMOFit is a pretty interesting application for those of you that are more active than me definitely. And it allows you to actually do your own workouts, and it will track the motion of your watch, from your wrist or whatever like that, and translate it into a sort of, workout exercise routine, like a push-up or a jumping jacks or anything like that. And yeah, so it tracks that, and then it also links with Google Fit, which is pretty cool. OSM City Maps. Now, I use this application because it basically gives you, first of all, unlike Google Maps, you actually download maps, which are pretty small. Like in essence, New York City is about 25 megabytes. I'm sorry. It's relatively small, and what it allows you to do is just a map that you can scroll through on the phone, but also on the watch. And what I use this program for basically is to let's say I'm in the city, New York City, and I get an address that's like 645 6th Avenue. Now, most people, will use Google Maps to find that or anything like that, before they go into the subway. But if you're underground and you don't know what the cross street is, you don't know what stop to get off on the train. So what I will do, I will use this application to actually find the street number, where it is on, the certain avenue or street or whatever, and find the cross street. And you can do this all offline because you downloaded the actual map of all of New York City to the phone and to the watch. So you see, you download it to the phone first, then it transfers to the watch. And this new feature, which I haven't really played around with yet, is navigational data. So I actually have to play around with that to see how that goes. And they have a number of cities across the U.S. that uses some open map program, which I can't remember the name of now. But as you see, like, it has a number of cities, scattered across the East Coast and the U.S. and everything like that. I just downloaded New York City because, it's the metropolitan area that I live in and everything. What else? Watchmaker. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'll get into that, later on, because it's huge in itself. Where Speaker is actually an application that allows you to, basically when you make a phone call on your phone, or if you invoke the phone call from your watch, and let's say your phone is like, on a table across the room, you can actually invoke speakerphone from your watch on your phone. So basically, whenever you make a phone call, either via OK Google, or from the phone or from the watch, or someone's calling you and you decide to answer it from your watch, and you don't have Bluetooth headphones or you don't have headphones plugged in, you can actually invoke speakerphone from it. So basically, whenever a call comes in and it's answered, or when a outgoing call is made, it basically pops up on your watch with a big speakerphone icon like that. So you can turn on speakerphone. Simple application, and I believe this should be built into Android. Where Mic is actually another pretty cool application. What this allows you to do is it allows you to use the microphone on your watch and basically transmit whatever words you're speaking into the microphone over Bluetooth to your phone. So you're kind of using it as a loudspeaker in a sense. So then that audio plays over the phone speaker or whatever external audio device you have connected to your phone, whether that may be speakers plugged into the 3.5 millimeter output up top, whether it's a Bluetooth speakerphone or Bluetooth speaker connected to your watch. It'll basically translate the audio that's coming through your watch over to whatever external speaker or audio device is connected to your phone. Pretty much a gag. It's pretty cool. You can hide your phone somewhere and like speak into it and have it play sounds. I guess I thought it was cool. It was free. Voice controller for Spotify. This basically, again, I don't have Spotify. My girlfriend has Spotify, and basically what it allows you to do, it allows you to use, and it's in beta as you can see, allows you to use OK Google to basically start to play any artist that you want over Spotify. And now, I think I have a friend of mine who actually has Spotify, and I think that this is actually built in already into the OK Google framework. So this may not even be needed. I should actually probably delete this program because I don't have Spotify. What's next? Wearable Widgets. Now, I guess I'll get into that because I literally just downloaded this program. What this program allows you to do, actually, if you go to the Play Store and view it and read what it says, it allows you to put any home screen widget onto your smartwatch or Google Glass. Now, you may think, what? But basically, when you go on your home screen and you try to go to your widgets, it gives you all these options based on applications that you have. I have basically rewards card program that allows me to bring my rewards cards and put them directly on my home screen instead of opening the app. Contacts, I have my deliveries app that tracks package deliveries, podcast addict stuff. And mostly I really don't use widgets. I used to use it on my old Android phones, but now the only widget I have basically is just my calendar widget there, and OK Google is built into the Moto X launcher. So yeah, back to the widget thing. Now, what widget that I actually found that was useful that I may even put on my home screen now is actually Transit, which basically is a program that allows you to see what nearby public transportation options are near you. Now, instead of opening the app, I can just kind of like have it here. I'm actually going to extend this so that it's bigger. So this shows me, this is showing me 2 train, going to Flatbush Avenue. It's coming in now 0 minutes, 19 minutes, and 39 minutes, and the B44 bus, And of course, that uses your location to figure out the trains and buses nearby you, which I think is pretty cool. So what the Wearable Widgets allows you to do is allows you to put that widget onto as a watch face, basically. So what I would have to do, actually, let me put this down here, I would have to switch my watch face to Wearable Widgets, which is where? Right there, Wearable Widgets. And there it is. So it gives me that, but again, that's a watch face, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lock this so that my screen doesn't turn off. So yeah, so hopefully Google will incorporate some sort of widget functionality into Android Wear built in and everything. So that'd be pretty cool. So that's wearable widgets right there. Um, that's wearable widgets. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I feel like that's the only thing that can be useful for it. All these other widgets for programs aren't really too useful that I need, like on a reminder basis in a sense. If I travel a lot, maybe American Airlines may be helpful, but again, it's usually a Google Now card that pops up with that information. So yeah, other stuff really, really don't need. Facebook again, I don't need constant updates on my watch about that. Blah blah blah. Groupon, Hangouts, all most of these stuff just come up as regular, application or Google Now cards. So I don't really need something constant with that. So yeah, those are the basic stuff right there. Staylit Wear is actually another program that it's part of a watch face that I downloaded. It's actually a Casio watch face that I use. And yeah, so I think in the next thing I'm going to talk about Watchmaker.